What is up, Madeaux here for the Friday First Reaction to a whole lot of EDM for February 15th, 2019. Let's get started with the first song of the week, Ruin by 1788L and Ekali. Okay, so we're gonna get right into something. That's 1788L bass right there. So certainly we got the 1788L basses and that tempo, and then, you know, I think Ekali is giving a great, you know, mixture of really beautiful textures and elements in the song. Really sounds like a really good fusion. I think if you're a fan of either their music, you definitely really like this track, and then also, this track is gonna crush it live, 100%. Next up is Peekaboo's remix of Lights Go Down by Zedd and Jaws. Oh! That bass is thick. That's cool. Yo! That was sick. That was a sick run of stuff. I don't know what he's gonna do second drop to beat that. I don't really know what he's gonna do. Hey! This is fun. I like how I just let the bass sit here without the sub. You know, one of the best trap drops I've heard this year. Definitely top 3. One of the great remixes that we heard this year. I think this is one of the best bangers we've heard so far this year. Don't really know too much about Peekaboo, so this is something really impressive by him. Next up is 365 by Katy Perry and Zedd. The instrumentals is really bland. I don't mind being generic, but like there's just nothing here. Nothing that's Zedd either. Less impressed by this than any of the other Zedd singles, pop singles, like The Middle and whatnot. I don't see there's anything particularly too ingenious about this song, production wise or even songwriting wise. I don't like the hook as much as Get Low, so not much going for me here. I'll stick to my Hot and Cold by Katy Perry and my E-Post by Zedd. Next up is Ectoplasm by Wolfgang Gartner. Okay, this is a cool intro drop. I kind of saw it coming just based on how this piano is going. Like, it's very Wolfgang, but in a way that's a little too predictable. This is the same key as the Champion. That's why the piano's from. It's like the same patch. Some cool bass in there. Next up is Chrome Spar's remix of Get Free by Major Lazer. I do not know this original song. So this is obviously very, very pretty. I like this blend of Chrome Sparks and pop. It's very accessible. And yeah, shout out to Amber Kaufman for the vocal. I think this is a match made in heaven. This is really pleasant. Gonna add it to my studying playlist, I think. Yeah, that's a study playlist. Okay. Next up is Whack by Barely Alive. Ooh. That's some Valley shit right there. You whack ass motherfucker. Yeah. Hey, party people in the house. I mean, there's no melody in this, there's nothing pretty about it, but it's just aggressive with a lot of cool gamer, like really 8-bit textures. a magnificent dubstep banger from Barely Alive. Expect nothing less. Great sound design, just super hype. Reminds me a bit of like Aptic stuff too, just with the vowliness and the how quickly and fidgety it sounds. So shout out to Barely Alive. Next up is 1 in a Million by Otto Knows, which made that song Million Voices. So big fan of, you know, that 8-digit vibe. You know, this lead synth, really what I look for. So usually when you listen to Otto Knows, you expect a Swedish, you know, 128 BPM sort of thing going on, or something like Kygo. This is quite different. See, I would prefer the Swedish DJs to actually, like, you know, pay some American writers to make American pop music, because this stuff that translates, you know, well in, like, you know, Norwegian radio, I don't get it. It just sounds like tacky and outdated compared to American pop, which I don't even like in the first place. Next up is Your Way by Jai Wolf and Daywave. I like this a lot. This doesn't sound very electronic, but it sounds very spiritual and pleasant. I feel like there's too much tension going into that drop, but now that we're here, it's a very pleasant instrumental section as well. Very romantic song for Valentine's Day, everybody, anybody. Not one of my personal favorites of the week. I thought the vocals were kind of simple and didn't really catch my attention. I found it kind of boring, but I thought the instrumentals were just so lush and rich that if you're into that very zenned out electronic music, you'd definitely like it. Next up is Sleepless by Feed Me. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like, very distorted. Everything's just very, very distorted. Nothing's just mixed that well. But that's a producer thing. From a casual listener perspective, not that good either. Next up is Silence by Hex Cougar and Sarah Skinner. But it's also, you know, just great electro stuff. It's like artistically harsh and rough, jagged, just like my emotions and my soul. Andrew said it right, it's literally just fire. Next up is Addicted To by Madeaux. Jungly, clubby. I'd definitely play that when I'm driving. It's really, really nice bass line and really nocturnal and cool. Last song is Wraith by YOOKiE and Hekler. This cover art is dope. It's a very rattly bass line. Really, really evil. Yeah. Hey, I'm not gonna defend the song to anyone. You know, if you think it's like trash compactor beats, you know, 2 robots having sex, you know. I mean, I honestly bask at the idea of, you know, Optimus Prime and Smokescreen getting it on, but, you know, to each their own, right? So, I like the song, but hey, if you're not into that stuff, that's just your problem, not mine. That's fun. That's fun. You can play all day with this patch. This is such a nice texture. Really crazy banger, really crazy bass. Check it out. Okay, what was my favorites of the week, guys? I don't know. The Peekaboo remix. I think I jumped on my seat for that one. That was pretty cool. So definitely that's my favorite. The Whack by Barely Alive was really, really sick as well. And I'll put it Silence by Hex Cougar. I think that was the most impressive single by him yet. if it's his first single. Like, Hex Cougar is shown to be one of my favorites, newcomers, so shout out to Hex Cougar as well. So that was all the brand new EDM for February 15th, 2018. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like, feel free to comment, feel free to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.